This is Joshua, and like I'm like, look, the thing that I talk about on words on top of words on top. People are like, oh, what's the big deal about that? And I talk about how, you know, demons and angels aren't supposed to be able to create. It's a little bit different in my life, but they can influence, right? And if they convince you of something, then you're creating it, and it gives them the way to influence to make it great. However that works. People are like, oh, that doesn't happen. Well, you want a more important reason why it matters what those words are and the hidden words, because God created man in His image. How's God? How's if you read Genesis, how does God create? With the words spoken out of His mouth. With the words spoken out of His mouth. So that's why when you speak it, that's why the Jews take it so seriously about what you speak and how you speak and what the word is. Because the words that you're speaking, if you're speaking corrupted words and you don't even know that you're speaking corrupted words, and you're creating in the image of God, and God created you to create, and how does God create? Since you're creating by the words that come out of His mouth. So you create the same way by the words that come out of your mouth. That's why it's important. That's how you create, by the words that come out. That's why if you are lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. That means I won't speak you anymore. I won't speak you into existence. I will not create you anymore. I will spew you out of your mouth. When I had a dream, and the angels were, and I was doing, and it was parts of Revelations, the smoke, when I spoke, smoke came out of my mouth. Spoke like I don't know. There was just all this smoke coming out of my mouth. Like I don't know. Like his tongue was a sharp-edged sword because he spoke out of his mouth. I will spew. You were lukewarm. I will spew you out of my mouth. He creates you. That's why it's important. Because because you're created in the image, and that's the way that God creates. So since you're created in the image, if the words are corrupted, whether you know them or not, you're speaking it into your own creation. But you don't realize that you're speaking it in your own creation. If you want to get all theological, I know I'm a retarded fucking Facebook dumbass, but I mean, that's the real reason behind it. I mean, you want to get technical, but I mean, it should be done anyway. There's other reasons that I know it, because it changes the meaning of stuff and numbers and whatever. If you want to go on the timeline of a math genius who's like, well, everything is math and physics, well, it changes the math. It changes the math, and it changes the worded math, because if you want to get into gematria and all that other stuff, or because math's very important to God. Because I remember when I first went to the Catholic Church, I was like, there's all these numbers, and they're showing me all these numbers, and they look at me and go, oh, the numbers aren't important. They're not. Why is there a whole book called Numbers? Why is there a whole book called Numbers? That's not important. Don't pursue that. I go, why is there? It's not. I go, why do they have a book called Numbers? And if it's not important, the numbers weren't important. They just didn't know what I was talking, or whatever. Well, I'm just saying that's why. Because God speaks things in creation. You're created in His image, so you're speaking things into creation too. In creation, maybe not on the grand scale of the way that God creates it, but you're the mirror. You're the mirror image of God. You're not His dog, like Satan was trying to convince me that I'm a dog or a cat. No, I'm not His dog. I'm the mirror image. You're mirroring God. You mirror God through the self-conscious. It's a mirror. Like I don't know. I'm not exactly completely sure, but that's what it is. A mirror image. He sees you and you see him. It's a mirror image.